Hello and welcome. Today we're going to address the question: is it too late for you to financially prosper? And the answer is, I sincerely doubt that, and I hope that you doubt that as well. The first reason that I say that is because you're still alive and you're still breathing. And that shows that there is still purpose for you, there is still hope for you. And if you're like me, you're a person of faith, you're a Christian, you believe that God is still on the throne and that he can still provide all of your needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus, and that he is still working miracles. And that includes working financial miracles. The other thing that might encourage you is, remember this: you're not the first one to go down this path. I've told my story several times. I didn't really began to see financial stability in my life until I was in my late 30s. And I had to learn a lot of principles, and it took a lot of time, but I still got here. Trust and believe you are not the first person who started on this journey when you were older. You're not the first person who went through a divorce. You're not the first person who even went through prison. There is a YouTuber. He's called the Wall Street Trapper, and he made his way to where he is after he had gotten out of prison. So, whatever it is that you have gone through in life, you are not the first person to have gone through it. Something else that really should inspire you is, keep in mind that when we are talking about financial principles, those principles will work for anyone. So, it doesn't matter really how old you are. It doesn't matter if you've had some really challenging times in your life. Those principles will still work. You can stay out of debt, you can invest, you can diversify. All of those things will work for anybody. And if you've been through some challenges in life, or if you're older, you may have to understand that your financial journey is going to look differently from somebody who started investing when they were 18 years old. They came from a two-family home that was very peaceful. They went to a really solid school system, never went through a divorce, never went to prison, never filed bankruptcy, you name it. They've never gone through those kinds of things. And that's good, and that's a blessing for them. However, your journey, the options that are available to you, and ultimately how much money or how much financial stability and independence you earn may look different. One is not superior than the other, although we all wish we had a smooth journey in life. But honestly, nobody has a perfect journey in life. And so, wherever you are, that is your starting point, and you can't compare yourself to anybody else. What you can do is look for things that work to your advantage. For instance, if you're over 50 years old, did you know that just like everybody else, you can contribute to a 401k at work where your employer may match what you put in, but you, because you are over 50 years old, can put in more. If it's an IRA, you can put in an extra $1,000 a year. And if it's something like a 401k or the thrift fund for the federal government, you can put in another $7,500 per year, at least for 2024, just because you are over 50. So you want to ensure that if you're over 50, you take advantage of that. Now, listen, no matter what age you are, and even let's say if you spent some time in prison or you went through a divorce, really doesn't matter what it is. One of the things that you might want to do is try to create a safety net by ensuring that you qualify for Social Security benefits. There are all kinds of talking heads that tell us that the Social Security Administration Fund, that it's in trouble, and that by the time you get ready to retire, it may not be there. And it might be. And what you want to do is try to at least take advantage of that, so that when you get ready to retire, when you're older, you will have something. And it takes about 10 years of employment in order for you to qualify for some level of Social Security benefits. No matter where you are in life, at least to have some uh, guaranteed monies coming in is going to be helpful in your financial journey. I said that if you had a felony or if you had been to prison, you could also qualify for Social Security. That is, if you've met that minimum requirement of 10 years and if you're not in prison. Because when you go to prison during that time, your Social Security benefits, you would not receive them. So there are some jobs, at least here in the county where I live, that if you work for that county, you do not receive Social Security benefits. Now, the same things that apply to anybody else would apply to you. You still want to have a emergency fund, and you still want to pay off your debt. You want to also start to invest. Now, one of the other things that I want you to be aware of, sometimes when you've made mistakes, when life has just been awful and you're trying to start over, you can be tempted to go along with get rich quick schemes. And these are schemes where it seems like, hey, you give us some money up front, and then they promise this astronomical rate of return, or you're going to get all of this money back in a very, very short amount of time. That very rarely happens. Generally, it's going to take some time, it's going to take some work, and it's going to take some effort. So please don't fall for those kinds of schemes. Do your research, find out if this thing is legitimate. And check with the Better Business Bureau. Find out, have people been complaining and saying, hey, this is a scheme, this is a scam, this is a fraud, and don't ignore it. The other thing is, don't ignore your gut. If you are feeling like this is just too good to be true, that is probably correct. It's just too good to be true. So here is my bottom line. No matter where you are in life, you can't spend the rest of your life looking back with regrets, wishing that you had invested, wishing that you had saved or paid down debt. Start today. If you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Also, please check out this video. I think you will enjoy it and that it will be a blessing. God bless you.